Good morning, everyone. Today we will discuss the different operations on stack. So, in the previous lecture, I have told about the overflow condition and underflow condition. For push operation, before doing push operation, that means to insert the element, you need to check the overflow condition whether the stack is full or not. If the stack is full, then that is called as the overflow condition. In that case, you cannot insert the element into the stack, or you cannot push the element to the stack. And in case of underflow condition, if the stack is empty, then you cannot delete the element or delete an element from the empty stack. Now we'll check what are the different operations. So I have already told there are two different operations. One is the push operation. See here, this is push operation and pop operation. First we'll check the push operation, and the algorithm for push operation is this one, and that is implemented using array. That is implementation of stack using array. Now we have taken one variable size. I have taken the maximum element is 10. You can take n number of elements. So I have taken 10 number of elements, and this is the top variable that is assigned as -1. That means when the top variable is -1, the stack is empty. That means there is no element in the stack. So this is the stack where top is assigned as -1. That means there is no element, and there are 10 different locations, or there are 10 locations. Now I have taken one array named as stack. So this is the array declaration. Now always remember, whenever there is a push or pop operation, always that should be done on the top of the stack. This is the top of the stack. So push will be done, or that will be inserted, or any element can be inserted on the top of the stack, or any element can be popped, or that is deleted from the top of the stack. So I have taken the top as -1. That means this is -1, or there is no element, or top is assigned as -1. That means the stack is empty. Now in the push algorithm, see here, in the push algorithm, we have taken one element, that is ELE, that is taken from the keyboard, and the element variable name is ELE element. Now we have to check the condition, or we have to check the overflow condition. Now if top is equal to double equal to, that means if top is equal to size -1, size is how much? Size is 10. So if top is equal to 9, that means the stack is full. That means this stack contains full number of elements. That means that contains 10 elements. So this index is 0, this is 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 9. So if the top is equal to size -1, size is how much? 10. 10 minus 1 is 9. If top is equal to 9, then stack is full. That means this top is equal to 9, then stack is full. Now here for this stack, now top is how much? -1. That means there is no element. That means you can insert a new element, or you can push a new element to this stack. Now in the else part, if top is not equal to size -1, in the else part we have written top plus plus. That means this variable should be incremented first. The top variable should be incremented first, then you can insert a new element here. Now the top is how much? -1. So when that will be incremented by 1, we have to write top plus plus. So top is how much? Top is equal to 0 now. Now a new element, whatever you have taken in the keyboard, from the keyboard, that will be assigned stack of top. Now stack of top is how much? Stack of 0. Top is how much? 0. So stack of 0 will be assigned with that element value. Whatever taken from the keyboard, that will be assigned. Now suppose the value is 10. So that will be assigned in stack of top. So this is the push operation. So for push operation, you need to check the overflow condition. if this top is equal to size minus 1, that means the stack is full. If the stack is full, then you cannot insert a new element to the stack. So this must be remembered. Otherwise you can insert a new element. Before inserting a new element, the top value should be incremented first. So this is the push operation. Now the next one is pop operation. Now we have inserted these element in the stack using the push operation. Top 10, 20 and 30 like that. Now top value is how much? 2. Top is now assigned to 2. Now see the pop operation. Now size is equal to 10. I have taken size is equal to 10, that is the maximum size of array, and I have taken the array name, that is stack, because we are implementing the stack using the array. So I have taken an array name as stack. Now the top value is equal to 2 because we have 3 number of elements, 0, 1 and 2. These are the indexes. So top value is equal to 2 and the value is suppose 10, 20 and 30. So one number will be placed over another number. In the pop operation, if you have to check the underflow condition, whether the stack is empty or not. If the stack is empty, then you have to print some statement that stack is empty. So here if top is equal to minus 1, here we have top is equal to 2. So if the top will be minus 1 here, then the stack is empty. Because we have top is equal to 2, that means there are 3 number of elements, then we can delete or we can pop any element. So if top is equal to minus 1, then stack is empty. There is a statement empty. If stack is not empty, if top is other than minus 1, that may be 0, that may be 1, that may be 2, then you can pop or you can delete the element. Now in the pop operation, stack of top, now stack of top is how much? 2. So stack of 2 is how much? Stack of 2 is 30. 30 will be assigned to the element. That is the pop operation. After that you have to decrement the top value. Now top value is 2. Now after decrementing 1, that will be top is equal to minus 1. Now this element will be popped out. So this element will be popped out. Now top value will be changed. That will be top is equal to 1. So this is the pop operation. While doing the pop operation, you need to check the underflow condition. So this is the checking of underflow condition. Now these are the 2 important operations. Now there is another operation to display the element in the stack. So you can display the element from the stack using the for loop. So before that you have to check if top is not equal to, this is not equal to operation, exclamatory symbol then equal symbol. So if top is equal to, top is not equal to minus 1, then you can print the element. Otherwise you can print empty stack. So here if top is not equal to minus 1, then you can print. If top is equal to 1, if top is equal to minus 1, that means there is no element. There is no element in the stack. If that is minus 1, then there is no element. If top is equal to minus 1, that means it will come to the else part. That will print the empty stack. Otherwise I will be assigned as top. That means top is how much here? 3. So 3 will be assigned to I variable. Now I variable will be checked until that is 0. I is greater than equal to 0. When I is greater than, when I is equal to minus 1, then it will come to the else part, that is empty stack. Until that you have to check whether I is equal to 3 or not. If I is equal to 3, then this element, suppose that is 40, 30, 20, 10, then 40 will be printed, stack of I. Stack of I means stack of 3. So stack of 3 will be printed. So similarly I value will be decremented, then the next element, that is stack of 2, will be printed, then stack of 1 will be printed, then stack of 0 will be printed, then I value will be decremented, that will be I is equal to minus 1. When I is equal to minus 1, that means that is top is equal to minus 1. This will come to the this statement and this will be terminated. Now this is to display the elements from the stack.